Hey guys, so yeah, big news related to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. We have confirmation that the trailer will be dropping at 5 o'clock Pacific time, 8 o'clock Eastern, tomorrow. Tomorrow, that being December 9th, I believe. Yeah, December 9th. Right in time for the Game Awards. So, for the 2021 Game Awards. So we will be getting our first official on-screen look of what the movie's going to be like. Now, to kind of whet our appetite, if you will, now to kind of whet our appetite for that, if you will, Paramount and Sega, mainly the Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account itself, has come out and released the first official movie poster for the film. And I can tell you guys honestly, it looks great. It gives us a good idea of what we're going to get with the film. Because one, not only does it tell us that it will be April 8th that the movie will be hitting theaters, but it gives off kind of a modern take vibe on the games. First of all, of course, the one thing that will stick out to a lot of fans when you look at this poster is the fact that Tails, if you will, is flying the tornado. Yes, the tornado will be in the film, and this poster is confirming that. The other thing you will notice is Tails is flying the tornado as expected. The other thing you might notice as well is you have Sonic riding on top of the tornado as you would expect. But also you will notice, as I'm looking at it right now, you will notice Dr. Robotnik in his Eggmobile, in his classic Eggmobile, or a more modern version of his classic Eggmobile. And of course Jim Carrey once again is portraying Robotnik in the film. But it doesn't look like he's grown out rotunderish, if you know what I mean. He hasn't expanded out rotunderish wise or anything. It looks like he's still going to pretty much be the way he is and all that, for the film. He is going to have the iconic mustache. It's a little trimmed down from what we had, at the end of the film in one of the after credit scenes where we see him on the Mushroom Planet. So it's the mustache obviously is kind of trimmed down a little bit than from what it was at the end of that film. Or a little cleaned up, if you will. So like I said though, we do see him in a modern version of his classic flying Eggmobile. That he's known to be in, from the games and some of the animes. So we do see that. What we also see as well is we see the drones. We see a lot of the drones in there, those little mini drones that they had in the film. We see those, as well as we see another drone as well that's a little bit more advanced. It's basically more, more like, it's got wings and everything. It looks like pretty much as a buzz bomber. It looks like, basically, it looks like it's a buzz bomber. If you look depending on how you watch this, if you look on the opposite side of Sonic, because on one side of Sonic, of course, like I say, you got Dr. Eggman in the modern version of his Eggmobile, chasing after them. But if you look on the other side of Sonic, and on the bottom, if you will, like, to me, it's on the left. So depending on how you watch this, if you look on the bottom left or bottom right, of Sonic, you will see what looked like to be a drone in the shape of a buzz bomber, or a modern take on a buzz bomber. So that's pretty neat. That's a pretty nice little neat Easter egg, if you will, that they put. Well, I wouldn't say Easter egg, but nice little take on a classic Eggman Badnik. They're giving it more of a drone-like presence, if you will. Not the classic cartoon-wise, but very drone-like presence. Now, we do see something here. It's like an explosion in the background. I don't know if that's because the tornado took off, but we do see a couple of explosions in the background. The one thing we do not see just yet, although I'm trying to see if there's anything in the reflection of the plane that would give give us, I should say, a hint of him being in the film. I don't see anything of Knuckles just yet. I don't see anything of Knuckles. Like I said, all we get mainly is the tornado. Oh, we get Tails flying the tornado. We get the drones from the first movie, as well as one in the shape of a buzz bomber, as well as we get Dr. Eggman, Dr. Robotnik in his classic, or if not a modern take on his classic flying Eggmobile that you would see in the games and some of the anime. As well as we see Dr. Robotnik, of course, being back. That was hinted at the end of the film in the after credit scenes. So we see him back. But again, like I said, it doesn't look like, based on the poster here, that he's rounded out, if you know what I mean. That he's still kind of slim and trim. So that's an interesting direction to keep for this film, or to keep from the first film into this film. So that's an interesting decision to make. And because a lot of fans expected him to be rounded out a little bit. But the vibe I'm getting here with Eggman, is they're taking inspiration from all kinds of Sonic media. And I think that's what they said originally when they did the first film, and were in the pre-planning. Well, basically what I'm trying to say is basically they had basically mentioned, I think, when they did the first film, or were working on the first film, that they were taking inspiration from all Sonic media. From all Sonic the Hedgehog media, and seeing what would work in a real life setting, with, of course, CGI animated versions of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and all that included. They wanted to basically see what would work in a real life perspective, live action perspective. And obviously one of the designs of Robotnik that they liked, that they feel, I guess, they obviously were attracted to, that they feel probably works in a live action setting, is of course the 2006 Robotnik, who is very trimmed down and everything. So I think the reason Jim Carrey's Robotnik is not rounded just yet, but he's probably going to get there, is the taking this design of him, basing it off real world perspectives or aspects, and saying, okay, how would he look like? How would a real life version of him look like? And then probably scurrying through a lot of Sonic media, they noticed, oh, wait a minute, what about this version of Eggman from 2006? And that might be why, as I could tell right now, Eggman is not, fully rounded out, if you know what I mean. He's not fully rounded out or anything like that. But yeah, overall though, I like what I see here. Again, like I said, it's nice to know that Tornado's going to be in there and that Tails is going to be flying it. I like the fact that you're getting the modern version of the flying Eggmobile with Robotnik, which again, as I was trying to say, looks like the reason he's not rounded out just yet is they're taking inspiration from the 2006 design, because again they want to use as much inspiration on what they consider some of the best aspects of any Sonic media, or popular aspects of any Sonic media, or what they feel would fit in a real world perspective or situation, and they want to add it into or put it into this movie. So I like that. I like the fact that we're getting the drones back, as well as one of them being based off the buzz bombers. So that's really good. That's really cool and everything. The only thing we don't see in this trailer is Knuckles. And the reason we don't see Knuckles is I'm thinking of saving that, well, not trailer, but the one thing we don't see in the poster, let me correct myself, the one thing we don't see in the poster is Knuckles, and the reason I think we don't see Knuckles in the poster is just saving him for the trailer, maybe showing him at the end of the trailer to give us a tease for the second and potentially final trailer that we will get. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the trailer tomorrow. With working on that when it drops, I will still come out here and give you a reaction video, a legitimate reaction video to it. So be on the lookout for that when it happens. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about the poster that did drop 24 hours before the trailer does, to give us an idea of what we're in store for. Again, I love what we see. I love what the vibes the poster is giving off here. Definitely gives me a feel of positivity going into the fact that this movie is going to be, just as good, if not better, than the first film. And, this opens the door, obviously. This right here, this poster to me opens the door, honestly, for, the fact that, like I said, with Eggman still looking like he's going to be trimmed and everything from the first film, kind of basing it off, in my opinion, off the 2006 film, or 2006 game. This and the fact that one of the buzz bombers and one of the drones is in the shape of a buzz bomber, and these drones, they kind of, think about it this way: these drones give off a sort of Sati-Am-like feel with the spy orbs. Remember the spy orbs that Robotnik would use? That kind of, think about it, they kind of give you that kind of feel. They kind of give off that feeling, that kind of a vibe of, these little drones, orbs if you will, are based around, if not inspired by these spy orbs, or sky spies, or whatever they call it, of Robotniks from the cartoon and the comics, the Archie comics, that is. So that's really cool. And from what I understand, Jeff Flower, from what people are saying, was a fan of the comics. So maybe, as well as maybe Sati-Am. So maybe that's why the drones look the way they do, and why the Buzz Bomber one, is kind of a hybrid of both it and, a modern take of a Buzz Bomber, if you know what I mean. But overall, I like what I see here, and again, can't wait till tomorrow when the trailer drops in time for the Game Awards. And like I said, whether I'm working or I'm not working, I will give you a live, legitimate reaction to the trailer when it happens, when I get home, or if I'm already home at that time. But let me know what you guys think about this poster. How do you feel about it? What things are you taking away from it that are getting you hyped up for the trailer that drops tomorrow, as well as for the movie? And does this open the door for more Sonic media to be incorporated into future movie installments in the years to come, potentially, that are not just game related or adapted or loosely adapted from games, but also from other, a Sonic media that has, let's say, certain characters that are not from the games. Like, let's say, I don't know, a certain princess, if you know what I mean. For a certain freedom fighter princess, if you know what I mean. Does it open the door for her showing up? To me, probably. Because, again, if these drones from the first film and now the second film, feel like, to me, in my personal opinion, that they're giving off that kind of spy orb, sky spy, like design and vibe, from the comics as well as Sonic Sati-Am, then to me, the possibility is there. The unlimited possibility is there. And again, like I said, Jeff Flower, he's a fan of the comic. He's a fan, obviously, of the show. Sonic Sati-Am, that is, as well. And I think he, along with others, have been put on record as I mentioned, wanting to grab as much inspiration from all Sonic media to incorporate into the film as best into the films of now, of what's upcoming, I should say, and potentially what could be in the future. So again, I think the possibilities are, and I think the possibility is there. It's highly strongly more indicated that it's there based off what I'm seeing with this poster, and perhaps what we'll get with the trailer, giving us an idea of what we're to expect in Sonic 2. But what do you guys think? Again, what do you guys think about what you see off this trailer? Do you get these kind of vibes and stuff that I just mentioned? Let me know in the comments down below, as well as in the live chat during the premiere. Like the video. Check out my Teespring store for all merchandise out there that has a connection to Sonic. I have a few things that you might like. One of them is helping to support the Rally for Sally deal, so check that out. If you want to look for anything, maybe in time for Christmas for yourself, for friends, family, check that out there, the Teespring store. Also check me out at BW Rose's Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora And if you're listening on Anchor.fm, listener support is now activated if you want to help support me there. Also check me out at patreon.com/bwroses to help support me at the $1 or $3 tier. Also check me out on BW Roses on VENMO for content you can't get anywhere else, as well as check me out at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2 to help support me there as well. So until next time, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. This, to me, again, this gives me some good vibes, some good positive, feelings towards what the trailer is going to deliver, as well as the movie. And to me, like I said, it opens the door. This to me feels like it almost closely officially confirms that everything is on the table. Anything is possible with these Sonic movies, not just the one upcoming, but potential ones in the future. But again, what are your thoughts? Comment below. Live chat during the premiere. I'm out.